Good morning, I'm Jillian Alfaro and I work at Onstage Hair Design, and today we are going to talk about relights and color touch and why you should not mix the two. The first thing I want to talk about is this lovely red dot. So if I walk out of the room and say, whatever you do, don't touch the red dot, the first thing you're going to do is run over as fast as you can and hit that red dot. So this is the same theory whenever Wella tells us not to mix color touch and relights. What's the first thing you want to do? Mix them, because they told you not to. Another reason we want to mix them is because relights are written stroke 03, stroke 00. Also written like this are mix and mores and super mixes. These actually are designed to be mixed in with your formula. So it gets a little bit confusing because you think, these are mixable, but these are not. So let's talk about why we shouldn't mix them. Before we talk about that, I want to make sure that everybody understands relights. Relights have a smart selective formula. What this means is that it only triggers the highlighted hair. All the hair around the highlighted hair gets luminous shine, but it does not change the color of the surrounding hair. Some shades that are available in relights, you've got 3 blonde shades, stroke 03, stroke 18, and stroke 86. There are also several shades available in the red tint, stroke 34, stroke 43, stroke 44, stroke 47, stroke 56, stroke 57, and stroke 74. Also available, stroke 00 in the clear shade. So this allows us to have several service opportunities. First, you can use it as a color glaze after a color, which is going to give you care and shine. Second, you've got pastel and fashion shades that you can do on lightened and magma hair. Third, it adds shine to your natural and color treated hair. You can also refresh highlighted links and ends, and relights can actually be used immediately after a perm, so that's a really fun thing that you can do with relights. Also, stroke 00 gives your color or natural hair shine without changing its natural shape. Some other fun facts about relights. All of the shades are intermixable, so if you don't want as much stroke 03, you can add in some stroke 00 to dilute it a little bit, so you can interchange them. One thing about relights, it's not suitable for gray or white coverage. The lighter the highlights and velocity is going to change the intensity and the luminosity. So if you have really light highlights, you're going to get more intensity. Here's the big one. It's not intermixable with color touch. Lastly, we're going to talk about the mixation, 2:1 with 1.9 only. You're going to apply it with gloves and either a bowl and brush or a bottle. You're going to do it from root to ends, and it's going to be applied on shampooed, towel-dried hair. The processing, blonde shades 5 to 10 minutes, red shades 15 to 20. So now that we know a little bit about relights, let's talk about relights versus color touch and why they're not intermixable. Some differences in the two that make them very, very not mixable. Relights, smart selective formula. Color touch, no smart selective formula. So what that means is, if you're looking for a color that is only going to affect the highlighted hair, you would not want to mix your color touch in with your relights. Again, with the gray coverage, relights not suitable for gray coverage, color touch is. Relights you only use with 1.9, whereas color touch you use with 1.9 and 4.0. Relights on the red shades can only be used on a level 6 and lighter, whereas color touch is available in shades 2 through 10. The blonding is going to go process for 5 to 10 minutes. Red shades are going to go 15 to 20, whereas in color touch you're going to go a full 20 minutes, but you can also add an additional 5 minutes. So there are a few differences there that make it really, really important not to mix them. So I've taken a mannequin here, and I've done several different quadrants here of, I've done a couple different things here so that you can see some of the reasons you would not mix them. Since this is a mannequin, the results are not completely typical of human hair, but you can still see that there are some changes, and basically with relights and color touch, it's just unpredictable. So you know, the best thing to do is just not to mix them. I'm going to turn her so that you can see. And I'm going to turn her to be just like the diagram here. So this is her nose, this is her nose. In the back here, in this quadrant, I did 15 grams of 6-stroke 4 Color Touch with 4.0. It was processed for 20 minutes with no heat. This quadrant, I did Color Touch 6-stroke 4 10 grams and 5 grams of stroke 4-4 and relights with 4.0. So since Color Touch is not supposed to be mixed with 4.0, it actually made this, since relights is not supposed to be mixed with 4.0, it actually made this a little bit more vibrant. So you can see how it changed the tonality just a little bit there. In the front, I'm going to turn her so you can see. On this side, I did 10 grams, after I highlighted her, did 10 grams of 9-stroke 3 and 5 grams of stroke 3 with 1.9. Now this is where it gets a little bit tricky. Typically, Color Touch is supposed to be processed for 20 minutes, whereas relights can only go for 10. So I was only able to process this for 10 minutes. So therefore I didn't get the full benefit of the Color Touch. And I also had to worry about it picking up those warmer tones on the unhighlighted hair. Whereas on this side, I strictly did relights, stroke 0.3 and 1.9 for 10 minutes. So as you can see, whenever you mix the two, sometimes you have unpredictable results, whether your timing is different than in relights and Color Touch, or whether you're using 4.0 with your Color Touch. So basically, what it boils down to is when they say not to mix it, just don't mix it. And whenever somebody tells you not to touch the red dot, don't touch the red dot. Thank you. My name is Jillian. I hope you enjoyed my presentation today.